a small starfish named Stella. She was the color of a sunset on fire, but she had forgotten how to shine. Every morning, she clung to a slimy piling, watching the scuttling crabs and the darting silver sides. "I am just a bump on a log," she whispered, her 5 arms feeling heavy and dull. Old Aster, a hermit crab whose shell was a tiny galaxy of barnacles, scuttled past. "Why the long face, Stell?" "I've never touched the sky," she murmured. "I've never even left the shadow." Aster clicked a claw. "There's a current that runs from the deep blue to the high black. At dusk, when the tide pulls his hardest, a brave soul can ride it all the way to the mirror shallows. They say, on a clear night, the sky comes down to meet the water." That night, a storm churned the horizon. The pier groaned like a sleeping giant. As the last slice of sun bled into the sea, Stella felt a great cold hand tug at her arm, the outgoing current. With a burst of courage she didn't know she had, she let go. The water became a roaring river of glass and shadow. She tumbled past sunken ships draped in velvet anemones. She spun through forests of kelp that swayed like silent dancers. She was just a speck of red fire in a deep blue universe. Finally, the current spat her out into a place of impossible stillness, the mirror shallows. The water was so clear and flat it wasn't water at all. It was a sheet of black ice, and looking up, Stella gasped. There were no clouds, only a billion stars, burning cold and white. But here's the magic. They were reflected below. Stella wasn't on the ocean floor anymore. She was floating in the middle of the sky. Above her, the stars. Below her, the stars. And in between, just her. Trembling, she touched the reflection of the brightest star with the tip of her arm. A shiver, like a tiny earthquake, shot through her skin. A warm, honey-colored light began to glow from her center. It pulsed out along each of her 5 arms, brighter and brighter, until she was no longer a starfish. She was a star. She wasn't holding the light. She was the light. The current, now gentle as a lullaby, carried her home. When she reattached to her piling under the pier, she was different. She was still small. She was still a starfish. But now, in the deepest dark of the night, if you look closely under the old wooden pier, you might see a soft sunset glow. It's Stella. She didn't go to the sky. She brought the sky home with her, and she never stopped shining again.